This is going to be a super quick one. All I need to do is show a couple little highlights that we can do with a spreadsheet because we're going to use this in one of our upcoming projects. In red are the 6 things that I want to go over, so that's why it should be pretty quick. So in column A here, all the columns are letters, they're A. All I want to do is get a pattern started. So I'm just going to do a 1, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter. So I have a clear pattern of just a 1, 2, 3 counting by ones. I'm going to start at the first cell, A1, and drag my cursor down to A3. And you can see I highlighted all that stuff in blue. So I just highlighted a range. In fact, that's our last thing that we wanted to do, highlighting a range, cut, copy, or delete. I'm not going to do one of those 3 things, but as I move my cursor around, you see it goes from an arrow, there's a little hand. I want to put it right on this little blue square until it changes to that plus sign. I'm going to hold my mouse down or my trackpad down, and I'm going to go all the way down to 10 and then let go. And when I let go, it finishes that pattern for me. If I wanted to continue, I find that little plus sign again, and it'll go all the way down. And notice that I quickly drug down to 1 through 14. So I have my first column. So that is the dragging. That's what I call dragging. That's when you take the plus sign and just move it downwards, holding the trackpad down or clicking the mouse, holding it down, and then letting go, and it'll just pop it right in. So now the next thing we want to do is adding 1 to the next row. So I highlight B1 because that's where I want to put a formula in. And it's going to be a super easy formula. I'm going to hit my equal sign, and that tells the spreadsheet, hey, just don't put in what I'm typing, but we're going to actually do something. And so what am I going to do? Well, I want to take the first one on the left here, A1, and I'm going to click it. See how it's highlighted and it says A1 in there? And then I'm just going to add 1 to that. And when I hit enter, there's a 2. So it's just the 1 plus the 1 that I already put in there, and now I have 2. Now I could come down to this one and do my equal sign again, come over here, click A2, add 1 to that one, and there's my 3. And I could keep doing that for all of them. But just a second ago, I taught you that you could highlight the range, come over, find my plus sign, and then just drag it down, and it'll copy everything for me. So if I randomly click this cell, and then I look up here in the formula bar, it just says, hey, take A10, which is just to the left, and add 1 to it. Easy as can be, right? So now I'm going to use my highlighting skills again. I'm going to highlight that whole range, and I'm just going to hit delete. And now I'm going to see if I can add 10 to the number above. So let's start with a number. What do you want to start with? Let's start with an 82. So I have an 82 up there, and I want in this cell, I'm going to hit my equal sign. I want to go to the top number, the 82. So that would be B1. I just clicked on it. And I'm going to add 10 to it. So there's 92. Now if I want to take that, find my plus sign, drag it all the way down, boom. I just keep counting by 10s on each one. Super simple. Let's say I want to triple the number above. Well, let's highlight the whole range. I click, hold down, let go, and now I have the whole range. Hit delete, they're all gone. So now we're going to triple the number above it. So let's start with an easy one, 10. And I want to triple that number. So now I'm down here in B2. I'm going to say that that equals the one above it, the 10. And I'm going to hit times on the computer. Times is that asterisk above the 8. Times 3, because I'm tripling it. That should give me 30, and in fact it does. I'm going to highlight that, find my little plus sign, drag it down, and now every square when I let go, boom, should triple from the number above it. And so I can quickly figure out how to triple things. Now let's say I want to do a sum of all these numbers. Well, let's go here, and I'm going to hit my equal because I'm telling it, hey, I want to do this. And look, when I was earlier, before I started recording, I practiced this. So it gives me my last couple. So I can either click this or I can just type in sum. I'm actually going to click it because it's saying, it's giving me a hint here. Hey, do you want to copy everything above it and then just add it together? And boom, there's my addition. And I could do the same thing over here. I could say equal sign, And let's say this time I want to do an average. And see how it starts giving me different ideas? So I want to do the average. It gives me my parentheses. And I want to know what's the average of this range right here. So I'm going to highlight that range, hit enter, and that number right there is the average of all of column B. So spreadsheets are amazing because you can do everything super quick on them. You don't have to do a lot of work. If I had to do all that on a calculator, and God forbid if I had to do it all by hand, it would take me forever. Whereas a spreadsheet, I can make a column, add them up, super quick. And I can also, the last thing I want to do is something we've done already. I can highlight it, and then I can copy it, and that's what we're going to do in our project. We're going to copy it and move it over to another project over in Desmos. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.